Hey guys, Zack here. Welcome back to another end of the year highlights video. I've been doing these since 2018. They don't get a whole lot of views, but still, the people that do view them, I appreciate that. So, yeah. Anyway, in this video, I'm just going to be talking about all of the highlights of 2022. Some good, some bad, but spoiler alert, most of the stuff on this list is good. I wouldn't say 2022 was a great year as a whole. Of course, there's been some not so great things happening in the real world, but as far as the little guys like you and me, I think it's just important to just stay positive, and I think a good way of doing that is by talking about the positives that happened this year. Again, some of the things on this list are negative, but still most of them are positive. So let's just get right into this. So, yeah. Also, this is just going to be a podcast like video, so don't expect any background visuals or anything like that. Just me talking. If you have this on like while you're working or whatever, then just yeah. Anyway, let's get into this. Jurassic World Dominion. Now, I reviewed Jurassic World Dominion over the summer, and I said that I did not like the movie. And, I gave it some thought. I thought long and hard about it, and my thoughts have changed about Jurassic World Dominion. I went from not liking Jurassic World Dominion to absolutely loathing Jurassic World Dominion. I really don't like Jurassic World Dominion at all. Um, it's I'm sorry, I just really don't like that movie. If you like it, great, more power to you. But as far as I go, yeah, no, that's definitely not a movie I want to see again. The only two Jurassic Park films that mean anything to me are the first two. The rest, I don't care at all. So, yeah. Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous ended. I didn't watch the last season. You know, I kind of lost interest after the third season, and then once we got to the fourth season, I was just waiting for it to be over. So, yeah, when they dropped the fifth season, I didn't watch it. I'm sorry, I just do not care whatsoever about Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. So, yeah. I know we're starting off negative, but trust me, there are some positives here. For example, the Jurassic World Legacy Collection. We've gotten two great products. We've gotten the sets based on the Lost World that included Sarah Harding and the two Stegosaurs, as well as Roland Tembo and the Parasaur. I reviewed both of those on this channel, so yeah, those have been great. We finally have a Tim Murphy and Lex Murphy figures, which again, great. And yeah, the Legacy Collection is pretty cool, and the stuff that came out for it this year, great. Um, a new line of Jurassic World figures, the Hammond Collection, which again has just been amazing. I love it to death. For some reason, the Hammond Collection T-Rex review just blew up in views. I don't know how that happened, but that video managed to get over 10K views within the span of a month. So, yeah, the Hammond Collection is pretty cool, and for all the people who watched that video, thank you. You guys are cool. Um, yeah, there was a really cool Jurassic Park Lego set that was based on the T-Rex breakout scene, which again, that was great. Lego, they do a great job with their products, so that was great. 2022 was the Lost World's Jurassic Park, the Lost World Jurassic Park's 25th birthday. That is, of course, the only Jurassic Park sequel that I like, and I reviewed it this year. So yeah, and in that video I said that that's the only sequel that means anything to me. So yeah, it's cool that the Lost World turned 25 this year. So yeah, this might be a controversial thing. Season 2 of Primal dropped, and I love Primal, I really do, and for the most part I think season 2 was great, but I was not a fan of that ending. I wasn't really upset with the events that occurred. I was just more upset with, how they occurred. I won't go into detail. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, I would have definitely done something differently with the ending. But besides that, season 2 was great. Enjoyed season 1 a little more, but still, season 2 of Bramble came out and that was great. So, yeah. Prehistoric Kingdom is a indie game that came out. Essentially, it's like Jurassic Park Operation Genesis or Jurassic World Evolution, but all the dinosaurs are based on like scientifically accurate models for the most part. I mean, the T-Rex it doesn't have lips, but minor nitpick, it's still a very fun game. A lot more creative, or when I say creative, I mean like it's a lot more like unlimited with like what you can do in that game. So yeah, that game came out and that was really cool. Um, okay, Prehistoric Planet. Prehistoric Planet. So yeah, Prehistoric Planet was a documentary miniseries that dropped on Apple TV Plus, and I absolutely loved it. It was. I'm just gonna say it. Prehistoric Planet is borderline perfect. That's like easily a 9 out of 10 for me. One thing I would have changed, I would have included more crocodilian species in that documentary because, that series takes place during the Cretaceous period, and during that time there were plenty of crocodilian type creatures, roaming that earth, so more crocodilians in that series would have been nice, but still, Prehistoric Planet is great, and I definitely recommend that you guys check it out. Again, it's on Apple TV Plus, so please, by all means, just watch it. It is so good. So, yeah. Transformers. We have the Transformers Legacy line. That was pretty cool. I don't have a whole lot. There are some figures in that line that I still need to pick up, but the ones I do have, actually, I have Blaster and I have Tarantulas, but yeah, I really need to, step up my game on that. I want to get Blitzwing really badly, but yeah, still that line came out and it's pretty cool. Um, right, so of course, moving on to more Godzilla related stuff. 2022 was Gigan's 50th birthday. The movie he debuted in, Godzilla vs. Gigan, came out in 1972. So, yeah, this year Gigan turns 50, and that's pretty cool. I like Gigan. He's one of my favorite, Godzilla monsters. I think he's cool. So, yeah. There's the G versus G short film that came out, which was really cool. I really liked the Gigan Rex design for that. We also got a more like tokusatsu based short film where it's like actually like suit guys in suits, and I thought that was really cool too. Unfortunately, it's not on YouTube anymore. I don't know why Toho they keep wanting to take down their short films. They took down the Hedorah short film and now they're taking down this short film. I mean, the G versus G short film is still on YouTube, which is great, but the other Gigan short film, no, they keep erasing that. So if you haven't watched it, it's online somewhere if you can track it down. But yeah, still the short films that came out this year were great. Godzilla against Mechagodzilla turns 20 this year. That is one of my favorite Godzilla movies. And to celebrate that, they actually showed this movie in theaters for Godzilla Day. And I was very fortunate enough to see that movie in theaters, and it was great. I absolutely loved that movie to death. So, seeing it on the big screen was incredible. So, yeah, definitely a one of the more major highlights for me of the year. Of course, the new Godzilla Apple TV series was announced this year, which I don't really know. I don't. Of course, there's no footage out yet, but from what I've heard, it looks like it's going to be good. So that I am definitely looking forward to. That's going to be coming out in 2024 for Godzilla's 70th anniversary or 70th birthday, however you want to phrase that. But basically, it is coming out around that time. So yeah. The new MonsterVerse film was announced. Godzilla and Kong, not Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla and Kong. Which, I'm not really too crazy about Godzilla versus Kong, so yeah. I'm not super excited about this new movie because it's the same director, and it's probably going to be the same as Godzilla versus Kong. So again, I'm not entirely looking forward to it, but I'm still going to see it when it comes out. So yeah. A really cool fan game that came out, Godzilla Save the Earth Melee. It's basically like a modified version of Save the Earth, but just a lot more enhancements with like the controls, the models, the mechanics, and even the soundtrack too. And overall, like it's a really cool little fan project that you should definitely check out. It is free; you can download it, but yeah. If you have a PC, of course. But yeah, Godzilla Save the Earth Melee is really cool. I can't wait to see how the finished product looks. It's in right now, like the version that's out is like a very early state, but they're gonna keep adding to it to make it like really cool. So again, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where they go with that. Um, right. So Giga Bash was a kaiju related game that came out. It's not specifically Godzilla themed, but basically it has like a lot of like Ultraman-esque monsters, and it's a really fun game. But I bring this game up because there was Godzilla DLC added to the game, which I think was really cool. It's nice to see Godzilla like officially in a fighting game again. That is genuinely really cool. Hopefully we see other like non-Godzilla like kaiju in the game. Like hopefully we can see like Gamera in that game or Ultraman, or even like Sanda and Gyra. I think that would be really cool if they included them. But yeah, no, Godzilla being added to Giga Bash was really cool and definitely a highlight. Um, a new Gamera anime was announced, Gamera Rebirth. I'll be 100% honest with you. I'm not really too big into anime. There's some shows I like, but anime, it's not really my favorite. It's not my cup of tea, let's just say. So when they announced Gamera Rebirth, like I was definitely excited. Don't get me wrong, but I would have preferred something live action, like a live action movie. But Gamera is back, so I can't really complain. So I'm definitely going to be checking out Gamera Rebirth when that drops. It's going to be dropping on Netflix, so definitely check that show out when it drops. So yeah, can't wait to see it. Um, so this is weird. There was a Godzilla crossover with Call of Duty. I don't really play Call of Duty, so I don't really know what that was about. But the visuals looked cool, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that's something that happened this year. Shin Ultraman dropped. When I was a kid, or not when I was a kid, when I was younger, I made a video saying that I did not like Ultraman. I can assure you that that is no longer the case because Shin Ultraman dropped. I haven't seen it yet, but that encouraged me to check out the other Ultraman shows. So I checked out. Well, so far I only watched the original Ultraman and Ultraman Tiga, and I really enjoyed both of those shows. So yeah, Shin Ultraman, I haven't seen it yet, but from what I've heard, it's very good, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. I might review it when it drops. So, maybe not look out for that. I don't know, but, yeah. Okay, so Smiling Friends. Smiling Friends, was a pilot that dropped in the year 2020, and this year it got a proper series. I think 7 episodes are produced. I think I'm not 100% sure, but basically, it dropped on Adult Swim, and Smiling Friends is great. It's just so funny. I love that show to death. So yeah, Smiling Friends, great. Came out this year. It was great. This year also marks the 30th anniversary of Cartoon Network. And in case you don't know, I absolutely love classic Cartoon Network. Most of my favorite shows ever are classic Cartoon Network shows. Samurai Jack, Ed, and Eddie, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Codename Kids Next Door, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Cow and Chicken. I love all of those shows. They're great. So, yeah, classic Cartoon Network, I love to death. So, it turned 30 this year, and I think that is pretty cool. So, yeah. Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, I thought was a very good movie. Probably my favorite movie of the year so far, out of the newer films that I've seen, but still, it's a really funny movie. Not perfect. I would have done some things differently, but for the most part, Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe is a great movie, or for what it is, it's an enjoyable movie, and I like it. And that also spawned the Beavis and Butthead series, Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead, which, again, very funny. I love Beavis and Butthead, so seeing, like, a new series is definitely really cool. So, yeah. The Bad Guys was the DreamWorks movie that came out this year, which I really liked, a little predictable as far as the story went, but still the visuals I think was good, or the visuals I think were good. The cinematography, the soundtrack was nice. The animation was really good. And yeah, overall, The Bad Guys, not perfect, but still, I like that movie. So yeah, it was a pretty cool movie that came out. So a game that came out this year, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Burst Forth, I think it's called. I like Dragon Maid. I think it's a good show. I know on Twitter, like, it's kind of controversial to talk about, but truth be told, I do like Dragon Maid. I do think it's a good show. Not perfect, but still, I do like that show. And a new game came out, and, it's a fun game, but it is really hard. Like, it is unforgiving. Like, it's funny. A game about Dragon Maid is, like, honestly one of the hardest games I've probably played. Even on like practice mode, this game like kicks your ass. Maybe I'm just bad at it. I don't know, but every time I try to play it, I do not get very far. So, yeah. So, it's still a fun game, though. Definitely a highlight of the year, but still, it is a very hard game. So, yeah. Moving on. Okay, so we got Sonic Origins this year. Man, I was really looking forward to Sonic Origins. The game is just unfinished, so it's like buggy. It's just not great, and overall, it's just a major disappointment. Like the same people working on this compilation of the classic games, they worked on Sonic Mania. Excuse me. They did Sonic Mania, so I was thinking like, all right, so you can't mess this up. It's the original games, like Sonic 3 and Knuckles is included, which is my favorite video game of all time. How can you mess this up? And Sega figured out a way by releasing an unfinished game, and it was just so upsetting to me. I mean, some mods can fix some of the issues, but it's still a buggy mess, and it's just, yeah, it could have been better. Unfortunately, maybe future patches, that'd be really nice, but yeah, Sonic Origins pretty disappointing. Meanwhile, Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit was a fan game based on the Game Gear game Sonic Triple Trouble. And I haven't played the original game, but I've played this fan game. I have it, and it is very good. I like it a lot. Definitely recommend that you check it out. We got a new Sonic the Hedgehog Lego set, which was really cool. When I was a kid, I've always wanted a Sonic Lego set. I wanted multiple, and the fact that we're just getting it now, it's pretty cool. My 9-year-old self is really happy with that. So, yeah. Sonic movie 2. Okay. When this movie came out on Twitter, there's been a lot of controversy. A lot of Sonic fans just tearing apart critics for not liking the movie or not saying the movie is perfect, which is really immature and not cool at all. And that's kind of why I didn't want to talk about it. I saw the movie, and I thought about making a review, but I just didn't, because all that drama. It's like I don't want to get wrapped into that. So I didn't talk about it. Maybe in the future I'll talk about Sonic Movie 2, but for right now that is something I definitely want to stray away from. But I will give my thoughts in this video. I thought it was okay. Like I know some people didn't like it, and I can see where they're coming from, but I still enjoyed some of it. You know, it's just okay. It's like a little disappointing, but still for what it was, like it's fine. You know, I would have preferred like an animated Sonic movie with like more like striking more striking visuals, something along the line. Because look at the character of Sonic, you look at that design, that does not mesh well with live action. So having him in just this boring like Montana town, like for a good portion of the movie, it doesn't work for Sonic. I want like surreal, vibrant, like just really like creative looking worlds. I want an animated Sonic movie to look something like Into the Spider-Verse. Just something along those lines. That would be very nice. So, yeah. There's an official Sonic Roblox game that dropped, which, is a fun game. I like it. Not a lot to it, but it's a fun game. I like it. Sonic Prime. That's the new Netflix show, and again, I just thought it was okay. Like it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. It was all right. I wouldn't watch it again, but I will say this though, most of the voice actors I think are great. I'm not a big fan of Sonic's voice, but I think Tails' voice actress and Rouge's voice actress do a great job in this series, and yeah, the voice acting isn't that bad. I don't like a lot of the voice acting, the voices for the main games, but still the voice acting for this series not terrible. So yeah. Sonic Prime was okay. Sonic Frontiers. I didn't play it. I've seen gameplay footage, and it just did not interest me whatsoever. And even when people started to praise it, when like more footage came out, I still didn't care. Like I still was just kind of, yeah, I'm all set. So yeah. I can't really give you my thoughts on Sonic Frontiers because I haven't played it, but yeah. It just doesn't interest me. I'm sorry. I guess another thing to talk about. More footage from the Mario movie came out. We got two trailers this year, and color me impressed. Color me impressed because the Mario movie actually looks like it's gonna be better than the Sonic movies. I'll say that right now. There's a lot of Donkey Kong Country elements. In case you don't know, I absolutely love Donkey Kong Country. I love the Donkey Kong Country series. A new Donkey Kong Country game would be great, but still, like, I love Donkey Kong Country, so it's really cool that we're seeing that. Of course, Donkey Kong is in this movie, but we're also seeing Cranky Kong, and even in one of the posters, we see, like, Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, and even points in the movie, like in that trailer, we see Funky Kong and even Kiddy Kong. And I am honestly just very excited. So maybe we'll be getting, like, a Donkey Kong Country themed movie, which would be great. Like, it'd be cool to see, like, all these characters in King K. Rool. If King K. Rool appeared in the Mario movie, I would be very happy. Or if, like, as, like, an after credit scene where, like, they sort of foreshadow, like, oh, he's gonna be the villain in the next movie, which is the Donkey Kong movie. That would be really cool, and I'd definitely be looking forward to that. So yeah, the Mario movie colored me impressed because it actually looks pretty alright. So yeah, I guess the one of the last highlights I want to talk about in this video would be again, one of my video, I talked about this at the beginning, but my review for the Hammond Collection Jurassic Park T-Rex. That video just blew up. I don't know why, but within a month, that video got 10,000 views, which is just crazy to me. I remember I just uploaded that video, and 2 hours later, it reached like 200 subs, and I was like, wait, what's going on here? And then later that day, it got to 1,000, and then 2,000, and then 5,000, and then 10,000. I'm like, what is going on? I never get this many views. I don't know what happened here, but that video blew up, and that helped my channel a lot, because now we are at 500 subscribers. We are halfway to getting to 1,000 subscribers. And guys, I just want to say thank you very much for all your support. I only have 500 subscribers. It's not a lot compared to other people, like, I don't know, like Cold Ones. I like that channel a lot, but yeah, it's kind of small compared to them, but still, like, for what I've grown, for what I've, like, done to this channel, like, again, thank you guys for all your support. Like, from the bottom, like, I'm not even just saying this, like, from the bottom of my heart, that really means a lot to me that we managed to get to over 500 subscribers within this year. So again, guys, just thank you so much. That was truly great of you guys. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Some things that I'm looking forward to as far as 2023 goes. Of course, next year will be Jurassic Park's big 30th birthday, so that'll be great. We're already getting some 30th anniversary merch, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, which looks okay. I forgot to talk about this here. The trailer came out. It looks alright. Honestly, Jurassic World Dominion kind of ruined, like, modern, like, Hollywood movies for me. So, unfortunately, like, this movie I'm not, like, super excited for. But, I'll still see it. It looks alright. The Mario movie, like I talked about before, it actually looks alright, so I'll definitely check that out. A new dinosaur documentary, Life on Our Planet, not to be confused with that really depressing nature documentary with David Attenborough. No, this is a completely different dinosaur documentary. It doesn't look as good as Prehistoric Planet, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's possible to top Prehistoric Planet as far as, like, documentaries go nowadays, because that, like, Prehistoric Planet just raised the bar as far as dinosaur documentaries go. So I'll still check out Life on Our Planet, but I don't think it'll hold a candle to Prehistoric Planet. But that's just me. Gamera Rebirth is coming out next year, which I am definitely looking forward to. Again, I love Gamera. I'm so happy that there's more Gamera content coming out. And who knows, maybe if Gamera Rebirth does well, then maybe that'll encourage Katakawa to do something with the Gamera brand. Maybe, a live action movie. That would be great. Or even giving the people at Gigabash permission to use them in their game. Could you imagine Godzilla and Gamera in the same fighting game? That would be crazy. Oh, that'd be amazing. Gigabash, like, please, just make it happen. That'd be really cool. Give us Gamera, Ultraman, and we'd have, like, the big three, like, tokusatsu names. That would be incredible. So, yeah, Gamera Rebirth is coming out, and I'm looking forward to that. There's also a new Toho-produced Godzilla movie that was announced this year, and that I'm definitely looking forward to, too. You know? I'll be honest, I'm a little more excited for Gamera Rebirth, but this new Toho-produced Godzilla movie, I'm sure it'll be good. From what I've heard, the director has done some really good movies. I haven't looked too much into it as of recent, but still, um, very excited to see what we have going on here. So, yeah, and that's pretty much it. We have some things to look forward to next year, and yeah. So with that said, I guess the only thing left to say is just thank you guys again for making this year adding some positivity this year. Thanks again for all your support on this channel, and just thank you. Just thank you. That's all I'm going to say. Just thank you. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next year. Peace. Zack out.